Hi, Soul Family. It's a beautiful day. Oh, the song right now. It's a beautiful night. I'm looking for something fun to do. I think I want to marry you. How fun. What if I love this song. It makes me happy. I'm sitting here looking at coats for Wisconsin. I've decided I'm going in nothing but leggings, boots, and big flumpy sweaters, but I need a freaking warm coat. And I guess boots, right? I'm trying to think of, I guess I'm going to have to wear whatever I'm taking, right, on the plane, because how do you fit all that crap in a suitcase? I'm going for 2 weeks and I only get one suitcase. I mean, I guess I could bring another one. I usually overpack. I always overpack. Oh, so dreams last night were very, I went to sleep and I asked 3 questions of Spirit and I got all 3 answers. I was shown the scenarios of everything that was happening, that was worrying me, concerning me. It made things understandable, and wow. Total misunderstandings based on fear. I get it. I understand. And I'm sitting here saying right now to the universe and to my twin, I understand. Saw what happened. I get it. I know you're sorry. I know it was a fuck up, but it's done and it's past. So hopefully we can not waste any more time and we can connect, because this is ridiculous. It's almost Christmas, dude. And I'm leaving for friggin' Wisconsin for 2 weeks. So, all right. Ooh, I love that coat. That one's super cute. How much these coats? These coats are really inexpensive and they're really cute. You know you're probably going to get them and they'll fit like a child or something. All right, I guess the first card we're getting is from the Magical Unicorns. Oh. This one's beat up, eh? Brothers and sisters, this is funny. Did we get this yesterday? I don't think we did. We got love, which is kind of the same thing. Let's bring our little black horse up here. This little black horse is actually a very, very beautiful light horse, but they messed up. Okay, brothers and sisters, we need to see the love and the light within everybody, because what I saw in my dream last night was there's a problem between brothers. Somebody really messed something up. They didn't mean to, but they did, and it caused a huge problem, and it caused a huge problem for me, I gotta tell you. They feel bad, though. So, Spirit's saying that, brothers and sisters, we have squabbles, we fight, we mess things up, and we hurt each other, but in all reality, we love each other, Try to see the good in each other, because life's too short. My little sister's dead. She died when she was 16 and a half. And she followed me around all over the place. She was a pain in my ass. She was 7 years younger than me. I took her everywhere. I had to. My parents made me take her everywhere I went because my mom was always too busy. So she was my responsibility. She loved me, but she always bribed me with stuff too. If she caught me doing anything, she'd tell on me, and she'd say she was in love with gum. So she would say, I won't tell if you give me this, if you give me gum or buy me candy. So we were constantly giving her candy and gum, and she was just a little brat. But as she got older, and she loved me, she really did. And I had moved away to Canada, and it was a really awful situation. I'd moved away, and she had left the Jehovah's Witness organization. So and she was young, she ran away. So my parents wouldn't let me speak to her. And I did anyway. I thought, she's my sister, I'm going to still contact her. But I had just had a baby, and I came back to California, and my parents were trying to control her. They were trying to make her come back to the family. So they said, don't contact her and don't let her see the baby. Maybe if she doesn't get to see the baby, she'll come back, because she'll miss it. So I had my baby, and I came down to California, and I didn't let her see the baby. And she died in a car accident 3 weeks later. She never got to see my baby. And I loved her. I wasn't even mad at her. But I was peer pressured by my family into doing that. And because of that, I lost her and my connection with her. And all she wanted was to see her niece. I'll never forgive myself for that. And I know I need to, clearly, because listen to me crying. So, if your brother or your sister has done something, you've had a fight, or maybe your friend, maybe this could be between
someone that you love, that is someone that matters to you, and like I said, there was a misunderstanding that caused distance. Don't allow the distance to keep you apart. Talk to each other. You know? Instead of fighting, take a minute and try and see where they were coming from. Sometimes they take stress out on each other. Like with my twin, I saw him going through a lot of stuff, and I knew he was. And he got really angry, and he took it out on me. And I saw beforehand what was happening, so I understood it, but I don't know, I think maybe he couldn't forgive himself. But whatever's going on, the song right now, we're all children needing to be loved, and that's the truth. We're all just kids inside, you know? So, can you try and see the best within them? Can you think of a time when you actually loved them, when you felt love for them? And when you think about them in this loving way, remember when you were kids. I see my twin and his brother. They were little cowboys sitting on horses. If he could remember that time, you know, if you could think back to that time when your little brother thought you were his hero. Whatever issues that you might be having, my sister thought I was her hero. So when people get angry at the ones they love, it's because they don't have control over what's going on in their lives. And sometimes if they can't control what they're feeling, they try to control outside circumstances. You know, maybe they're angry at someone else, like their mom or their dad or their teacher or their boss or their friend. And they can't do anything about it. They're stuck in that situation. There's nothing they can do. So then they take it out on the one that they love. And it's because we do it all the time, unintentionally, because we know this one loves us and isn't going to leave us. So we take it out on them. And we've all done it. We have to admit it. We've all done it. I have. But deep down inside, you know you love each other. So this could be a friend. This could be a loved one. This could be a family member. Because ultimately we are all one, all part of the same family. But look at this emotional turmoil. It's all chopped up. The waters are all frothy. And maybe you're feeling like a real shit and you don't know how to deal with this. But the best way to do it is to speak up. Spirit's been telling you, speak up. I keep looking at my twins. Lapis and Moonstone, Talisman. The color blue is about speech. Coming, and look at the water. It's white and frothy. And the unicorns are white. They're coming clean. They're telling the truth. They're also seeing the good in one another. Maybe you're seeing yourself this way, or maybe you're seeing one of them as the black sheep of the family, or maybe you are the black sheep of the family. I am. I've been cut out of my and you know, the parents that made me not speak to my sister and not let her see my daughter, they're not speaking. My mother never did this, but my father, he's not even speaking to me. He cut me out of his life. So here I did something to please him, and I'm not even in his life. He threw me away because I'm the black sheep of the family, right? So always, what would love say? What would love do? Deep down, you know you love each other. So if you have a problem between you and someone you love, don't let the problems come between you. Underneath that anger, a lot of times there's love underneath the anger. A lot of times we act angry because we love someone and we don't want them to see them fucking up. You know, we're so frustrated with them. And you know what? If you didn't matter to me so much, I wouldn't be so mad. I'd just walk away. But maybe I'm really angry because I really love you. And I'm angry that you're behaving this way, or that you're pushing me away, or that and it hurts me more because I love you that much more. It doesn't feel good to feel angry. It doesn't feel good for any of us. We carry that negative energy, and it messes up everything in our lives. It churns up all of our emotional waters, and there's no need for it. So, can you be the first one to say, I'm sorry? I've said I'm sorry to my twin for everything I messed up, everything I didn't understand. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I didn't mean to. I don't even know what I did. But it's okay. I don't care. I don't have any... there is no ego in spirit. There is no pride in love. So if there's anything that I've done inadvertently to hurt anyone, I'm sorry. I just want peace. Right? So can you be the first one to say, I'm sorry, or I love you? Right now, Spirit wants you to know that your brother, or your sister, or your friend, or your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, they love you. And they need your understanding right now. And right now, you have got the power to bring that completion and reconciliation together. We were told this by Spirit. We've got an opportunity to reconcile. The emotional waters are very charged up, but people are ready. They see the light. They're ready. They're ready to understand. They're ready to forgive. So stop seeing yourself as the black horse, or stop seeing the one as the odd one out. And it might not be that you'll be able to fix things with your family. Maybe your family caused something between you and someone else you love. Maybe the family isn't going to be fixed, but maybe you and the one that were disturbed will be fixed. Who knows? Do whatever it is in your power, right? What would love say? What would love do? It's up to everyone else to choose what their reaction will be, right? But you can be the action. I don't ever have a problem saying I'm sorry. And you know, I don't have a problem forgiving anyone either. I never have. I might sound like a volcano. I'm an Aries dragon, you know, but I'm not a fire dragon. I'm a wood dragon. I'm very grounded, and I'm in a Pisces moon, which makes me very emotional and gentle inside. So that's why I'm kind of like Puff the Magic Dragon. I breathe fire, and I'll come after you if you hurt someone I love. But if something is explained to me and there's been a misunderstanding and someone is sorry, I let things go. I don't carry grudges. I never have. So, because life's too short. I listened to someone else, and I went against my own inner guidance, and I didn't let my sister see my baby, and I never got to see her again. And she never got to see me. God, 16 and a half years old. And I was her hero. She loved me. So if you have the ability right now to forgive your family members, forgive them. I see a distance between two brothers. One messed up and he's sorry. He needs to be forgiven. And the crying is coming from me, but I'm also feeling them. I'm also feeling the sadness. I'm also feeling the embarrassment and the shame, and I feel remorse. And I feel it's like you can't undo what you've done, right? But what can you do? You can't take it back. It's happened. And look, because of your willingness, you've got a really happy surprise. I'm going to take these as coming together. It can be something separate, of course, but I'm going to take them as coming together. That this unicorn chose to come forward and speak to the one, to the little one, the little sister, little brother, friend. And this one is so excited to see this one. It's dark. I didn't think I would see you. I've only seen you in my dreams. But now here you are. Right? So Spirit says right now, something really, really good, something really magical is about to happen in your life. Now, it's a treat. You're happy about it. And Spirit says don't try and guess what it is. Because they want it to be a surprise. And also the surprises, they come in a lot of different ways. You know, it may not be huge, right? It might be a gift that somebody does or a favor. Maybe somebody's just really kind to you maybe somebody forgives you for something. Maybe they're just kind when you need it. They're a hearing ear. Somebody did something really nice for me this morning. A friend of mine, Sandy, she posted, you know, she got one of my ceremonial sage wands, the Queen of Wands sage wands. And I put up a post about, you know, for people for Christmas, because people are trying to get last minute Christmas presents or something beautiful, even for themselves. And so she put up, I absolutely love, see, look at this. This was really nice. I didn't expect it. I absolutely love these white California sage wands made by my dear friend Sherri Columbus. They're powerful, smell amazing, and cleanses your aura and energies of negativity. And then she put it up. So to me, that's an act of kindness. I didn't expect that. That was something beautiful to me. She's appreciating my work, and she's helping other people see that they're very beneficial. And she's advertising for me. She's allowing other people to see how beneficial they are. And that was a really nice thing to do for me. So it might be something like that. You know, it might be a favor somebody does for you. Maybe you're stuck and you need somebody to pass word along to someone else. And they do that for you. And maybe it's an awkward situation, but they do it for you. That's nice. Maybe there's an opportunity that Spirit's presenting you with. Like right now, we are all given the opportunity right now today. Look at this beautiful day. It's blue sky. I gotta turn down this radio. I leave it on. My friend Diane sent me some pictures this morning, and they were messages to me. And another friend sent me a message this morning. And she said, I believe that there's a message in this. Brianna, sent me a message, and I posted it, you guys. I really want you to go listen to it. It's amazing. It's speaking about communing. It's about speaking to the water, which is emotion, right? But the emotions of Mother Nature. And I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you, it showed me what happened. After I watched my dream, I got this message from her. And this is what I said. We are in communion with Mother Nature if we learn to respect and speak with her. I see this as a very powerful way to help with the wildfires, floods, and storms. Now think, of course, think about symbology. With wildfire, that would be aggressive energy, right? Storms would be chaotic emotions. Floods would be tears, like flood of emotions, right? Heavy rains. It's emotional. Water is emotion. Think about this. But it's also in reality. So I visualize my own powerful energy moving the rains out of ravaged storm areas towards the fires, and the hurricane winds away from damaging homes out over the sea. But here we can actually see that we can actually communicate with the elements themselves and ask them for their help, because the earth works with us. We are connected to Gaia. It's energy. We use, the Native Americans use earth, fire, wind, water. They're powerful elements, and we need to use that energy because we are part of that. So I asked, as I communicated with these elements themselves, I asked for their help as the rain, and I visualized as the rain moves away from one place, the elements, be they wind, snow, rain, etc., will work with us and distribute themselves where needed in order to help us. If we respect the powerful elements of nature first, I like very much having a dialogue, the idea of having a dialogue and performing a sacred prayer with a singing bowl over the water to ask of the elements carry my prayers across the lands and through the air to the ones I wish to speak to, and help with mending relationships and reuniting ones who have pulled away in misunderstanding or anger. My cat, now I'm going to tell you, my cat represents a person, okay? He accidentally broke my beautiful large singing bowl. A singing bowl. Singing is speaking out. This was a way of communication. He accidentally broke it. It was sitting under my window, which would be my eyes open, right? He accidentally broke it when he carelessly jumped down from the ledge he was on. So jumping down from a ledge would be an emotional spot. I jumped away. It was too much for me to handle. It's like, talk me down off of that ledge, right? You're on an emotional ledge. Well, he jumped down, and he accidentally broke the singing bowl, and it was actually very precious to me. It was my mother's, and because of that, I don't have this singing bowl. But he carelessly broke it when he jumped down. I haven't been able to replace it since it was broken almost 3 years ago, because my black cat Tiki represented this person in my life that disappeared 3 years ago. He disappeared the night that this person in my life did, and my cat's never come back. The coyotes got him. But I haven't been able to replace that bowl. It was very expensive. It was a giant crystal singing bowl. But I will visualize myself holding that bowl over the emotional waters of my life now. And I ask the elements to convey to my cat that I was just shown in my dreams last night about what happened. I understand when he jumped down from the ledge. He accidentally broke my singing bowl. I loved that singing bowl. It was precious to me and allowed communication between us. I wasn't angry then, and I'm not angry now that he broke it. I know it wasn't intentional, but since I no longer have that singing bowl, it made it impossible for us to communicate. I trust that the elements will carry my prayer to my cat that is no longer with me, to reassure him that I forgive him and I still love him, and that I would like to acquire a new singing bowl together with him. Thank you for this beautiful message. But you need to listen to this message by this beautiful Native woman who speaks of the mystery of water, how we can tap into it and communicate with it, and how the universe and the energies of the land and the air, the elements work with us. It's very, very powerful. But I understood this message came to me from my friend Brianna. She sent it to me and she said, there's a message in this. She didn't know what my dreams showed me. All three of the questions that were very important to me, that caused me a lot of pain, that I had confusion on, I was given the answers to every single question. I was shown every single thing that took place. All three of them really, really hurt me. But I understand what happened. And there is pain attached to it. And I'm asking for help in forgiving the situation because I choose to forgive it. But she didn't know by giving me that message how this would communicate what I could do, how I could use the elements of the earth to send my messages, just like I use when I sit here energetically, when we have raging fires and we have floods, I am a very powerful energy mover, and I visualize pushing the rains away from the over flooded areas over to the fire areas to put out the fires, and pushing the raging winds away from the lands all into sea. I do that. But now I know that I can literally communicate and perform a ritual. I would do that. I would go down to the water with my singing bowl and visualize this symbolically, as well as in situations like we just showed you with the horses that were all the water, the emotional water was all churned up between brothers and sisters and friends and loved ones. Go down to the water and put your singing bowl over the water, and because water is a great conductor of energy. So if you could sit in meditation, you could visualize doing this like I did this morning. I sat underneath my blanket fort and I had my beautiful singing bowl, and I imagined my emotional waters, and I spoke to my twin, and I spoke to the ones that I forgive, and I sent that energy, and I asked the elements to carry that, because we are all connected energetically. We are all energetically connected. So use that visualization. You can do it by writing a letter as well and send it out over the air. So for me, that was a message that I got. It was a very happy message for me to get, right? But there's also a message that maybe there's some really good news coming to you. It might be that what you've been dreaming for is coming true. And it might come about in a different way than you were imagining it to. That's why it's a surprise. But you're going to be very happy. Right? All of these surprises that we get, it's all acts of love. And the more that we notice them and say thank you, and I did. I said thank you to Sandy. I said thank you to Brianna. They don't even realize. A lot of times we don't realize the little acts that we do, how powerful they are and how they affect change. I thank Spirit for my dreams. I thank my twin because I went to sleep and I said, I need to know this. It's important to me. And what he showed me upset me, and I was really angry. I was really angry, and I was really hurt. And I went back to sleep and I got the next dream. We used to say to each other, make it lucid tonight. Make your dreams lucid tonight. I need them to be clear. And I asked Spirit to help me remember them. And so they were very lucid, and I remembered all of them. I watched everything, how it had transpired, and I see how terrible things can happen. I see how people can hurt people, and they didn't mean to. And how when maybe you get drunk, you make mistakes, and people are hurt. But when people are sorry, they can't take it back, but they can ask for forgiveness, and you can extend forgiveness if the love is there. These are all acts of love. These are all, the Spirit gave me an act of love by allowing me to remember my dreams lucidly. My twin heard me and sent his dreams lucidly to me. He explained himself because on a higher level he heard me, because we're all connected. My friends this morning both sending me those messages helped me. Those were gifts to me. So I have to recognize all of that. And even when there's pain in the things that you get, I asked for answers and I got them, and they were painful. The revelations were painful. But I needed the truth. And I would rather be slapped with the truth than hugged with a lie. So for you, every time you say thank you, you bring more of this towards you. And I say thank you for all of this. It is a gift to me. And sometimes love hurts. Right? Yours may not be painful, but sometimes it does come in a painful way. Sometimes you need the truth because you're not able to move on. You carry something, and so when somebody allows the truth to come out, it's an act of love and kindness, even if it hurts you. So I'm grateful. Wow, didn't think that this would be such an emotional reading. Let's move to something different, hey? The unicorns are speaking about something very creative right now. You know, there used to be unicorns in the world, and they were hunted for their magical horns. And so they went into the sea where they were safe, and that's where you see them. When the waves crash, you can see the unicorns, and here they are. So this is about creativity. This is like what I was just speaking about. I was visualizing. Here's the song, Give Me a Second. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover's waiting for me.
My seat's been taken by some sunglasses asking about her scar. I know I gave it to you months ago, and between my words and apologies, I've been trying to take it back. See? That's a situation that I just spoke about. Trying to figure out the right words. So right now you need to get creative in your words or in the way that you deliver. Like I just showed you about visualizing. I just helped a client this morning. I said, you know, I got from spirit that this person is sorry and has acted like an idiot and doesn't know how to speak to her. And she said, I had a dream. It was really quick. She said, but I saw him on his knees. And I said, she goes, but I don't know what it means. And I said, I know what it means. I know what it means because the Father showed me 3 years ago. I told you about a house that was being built. Now I want you to visualize. This is all about being creative. And this can help you. My father was building a house, and he said to my twin and I, would you like to help me build this? And I decorate it, and we said yes. So he came and he handed us, he says, you can help me paint. And he handed us all these buckets of paint. There were all these different colors, and I thought, this is going to be a dog's breakfast. This is going to look awful. But it's his house, so we went in and we painted, and we did what we were told. And when you stood back to look at the house, it was incredible. It was like one of those arts and crafts homes, you know? It was so beautiful. The colors that he chose to come together, they were like nature, right? All the colors mixed together. They're beautiful. You would never have thought, but he knew. Father knew what needed to be done and how it needed to be done. So then he took me into the kitchen and he showed me the counter, the kitchen counter and the sink. And it was this beautiful farm-style kitchen sink. I love it. My grandmother had a kitchen sink like that. Now you think about what a sink does. It holds water, which is emotion. It's a way to transport and funnel out the water. It's a way you clean your dishes, which means, you know, wash your hands, clean. It's a way you cleanse. It's a way you get rid of things that shouldn't be there, the debris. And so I'm looking, you got to think of all of this, you got to think of this in a creative way. Visualize what I'm trying to show you and think of it symbolically. So I looked at it and he says, what do you think? And I said, I love it. I love it. It's like that singing bowl. I love that singing bowl. A singing is the way you express yourself. A singing bowl is how you conduct the sound. So a singing bowl was a means of communication. Well, the sink is a way of cleansing things. And I said, it's beautiful, Father, but my twin is very tall. He's 6'1", and I said, the sink's too low. You need to raise it up. And he said, no, it's fine the way it is. And my twin was somewhere else. He wasn't there. I was working on the house with my father. Think about that. My twin wasn't with me. It also takes me back to a time, well, I'll tell you that in a second. So my twin was doing something else. He was doing his own work while I was doing my work. And I was trying to get my father to raise the sink. And I know what that meant. He kept saying to me, no, it's fine the way it is. And I said, but he's too tall. He'll have to bend down so low. And he said, it's fine the way it is. I was trying to get my father, I didn't want him to have to go through the things that he was going through, my twin. I wanted him to make it easier on him. I didn't want him to have to, but I didn't understand. I didn't want my twin to have to go through the things I was watching him go through. And I am able to manipulate things. I am able to manifest things, and I can manipulate things in other people's lives, but I learned you're not allowed to do that. This is free will, and because of free will choices, things have to happen. And you think about a child. If you can't protect your child from being hurt, from every single thing. They have to learn. They have to know that if they touch that hot plate, they're going to burn their hand. But sometimes they have to land on their face to learn that they have to be careful. So I was trying to cut corners. I was trying to get my father to not have my twin go through the challenges that he had to go through. But he had to go through them. And so my twin came back into the kitchen, and I said, what do you think of the kitchen? And he said, it's beautiful. He says, but the sink is too low. See, he was saying, it's too hard for me. He says, it's too low. I have to go bend down low. And I said, I know. I've asked the Father to lift it up, but he won't do it. And I was annoyed at my father. I didn't want the time to go by. I didn't want my twin to have to go through all the things that he was going through. It was difficult for him, and I wanted it to stop. But my father realized. So I said, I wish you would just lift it up. And he said, it's going to stay the way it is. And I said, well, why don't we just do things your way then? And he said, we will do things my way. And that's when I realized I was talking to God. And he knew what he was doing. And he says, he needs to bow down. And I thought, I didn't understand. He needed to come back to spirit. He needed to come back to the Father. He needed to also lose his pride. He needed to not have me constantly go to him and lift things up to him and bring things to him. He needed to humble himself enough to come to me. because pride was in the way. I've reached my hand out over and over, and my father said, you will not raise this sink up. He will come down. He needs to bend down, which means compromise. There needs to be working together as a team. We're part of a team. And so I told this person, when you saw him down on his knee like that, she gave me a message too, because I watched it in my dreams. And I recognized that I know my twin was sorry. I know he went through the things that he did. And I know that there were things that we both had to learn. And my father knew how the house needed to be painted. Our physical house is who we are, right? It needed to have all these different colors. We needed to go through all of these experiences. And he kept showing us that we would accomplish what might seem impossible to ourselves and others, but we would do it. We needed to keep busy and do our work and keep things light and happy and don't be stuck in a negative energy. My twin said to me 3 years ago, shine your light and bring me and Lily home. And I didn't know what that meant, but shining my light was doing my work. So for you guys, I said to her, I see him down on his knee. That means that he's sorry and that he wants to make up. He doesn't know what to do, though. He doesn't know how to do this. I said, so you can help him. Write a letter to him. Write every single thing that you're feeling right now. The anger, the sadness, the happiness, the love, all the confusion. Before you write it, say to him, I'm channeling you. I want you to open up. That's what I said to my twin last night. Babe, open up. I'm channeling you. I want you to hear me. And I said, and then start to write the letter, everything. Write it all down. And then after you write it down, read it out loud to him. With all the emotions you're feeling, the sadness, the happiness, the anger, everything, and then burn it. And as it burns, ask Spirit to turn it into pure white light, because all of the anger and aggression you don't want out there. You want it to be returned to pure white light. But you are asking the elements of air to carry that information over the emotional waters to this person, telling them, I understand what happened. I've tried really hard. I know that I've made mistakes. I've learned too. But I've tried and I don't know what else to do. I'm open to forgiving you, but we need to communicate. Tell him all the things that you feel. And I said, he won't understand because he's not connected enough. But on an energetic level, he will get the energy and the love, and he won't be afraid to approach you. He will know that it's safe to open up and talk, because he knows that, yes, you were frustrated but you love him, and even though you were angry and frustrated, you want to put it behind you. You want to forgive the situation and forget it and move forward. He will feel that energy. So this is something that Spirit's saying for you. They want you to draw, paint, think, act in creative ways for whatever it is that you need to accomplish. I gave you an example. It's very powerful. I trust, because to me, 75% of action is intention. It may even be 95% of action is intention. And if your intention is love and your intention is to communicate in this way, that energy goes out. Now, everyone has free will, right? Everyone has a choice. But this is what you can do. This is what you can do. You are a creative person. You're able to express your thoughts and feelings in many different ways. Maybe you're an artist and you paint. My friend Sandy has painted me a picture. I'm going to tell you guys right now. She painted me a picture of my twin as a mermaid. And she's so excited. She said it's beautiful. And it's on its way to me. And I was really sad because I thought I was walking away. And I thought, wow, I hope I don't have to send this back, because I couldn't keep this on the wall. And she said, no, I believe that when you asked, because I asked her to paint it. And she says, when I decided to paint it, I realized this was by Spirit. So she paints and expresses herself in creative ways. That is a gift for me. It's a gift to the world. It will also express to my twin something too. The fact that even though we aren't speaking and we're in this position, that my faith and love is so strong and trust in what Spirit says, that I had a picture of him commissioned before he even is in my life again. So for you, what is it that you need to express? It matters that you express yourself creatively, right? Spirit's saying whatever it is, paint, draw, sing, dance, write a story. Tell a story like I'm telling stories. Take pictures. Pictures are amazing. It helps you release what's inside of you. It makes you happy. It helps you see the world in different ways. You know, I'm not really much of an artist, but my girlfriend Erica got me a child's art set, and I just knew I was meant to do this. And I painted this with watercolors, and I painted what I was feeling. I want to be in the forest. I'm a mermaid, but I want to be in the forest. And as I painted it, this is what I saw for myself, and I'm in this water waiting. But look who's coming out of the sun. That came at the last moment. I didn't even realize. I just drew because I knew one of my animal totems had to be with me, and I couldn't do deer and I couldn't do rabbits. I'm not that good. You know, I'm not that much of an artist. But I was able to draw a bird, and then I looked at the bird and I said, it looks like an osprey. And it is, because it's my twin. So I literally visualized and I painted what I saw happening. And that's how we bring things into our life. I have a dream board, and I put things on and I add things to it. My girlfriend Erica has a dream board, and she always puts a dream board for the year. And she, by the end of the year, before the end of the year, I think it was October, she said she got to October and everything that she wanted to manifest on her dream board, she manifested. So by using our creative abilities, we're able to manifest. It's how we express ourselves. It's how we allow our feelings to come out. Sometimes people aren't able to express themselves in words. Sometimes they're only able to express themselves through music. My friend Troy expresses himself through his songs. And I'm telling you, I told you, I felt a connection to his music because I recognized that was his soul speaking. It wasn't to him I had this connection. It was to his music. I connect to him through his music. I have many friends that are musicians, and you can feel it. Music moves us. You can be sad, you can be happy, you can be angry, you can be excited. Music will change you. That's why I say when you're in a down place, listen to happy music. Listen to uplifting music. It changes your energy, right? So music may be a way that you express yourself. And maybe it's a way that you're able to get out what's inside of you that you're not able to express in another way, right? Some people dress up in costumes. They express themselves, the natives in their beautiful costumes. You know, they tell a story in their costumes. They chant and they go around and they beat drums, and they're dressed as different animals. And as you watch the animals move, you know the story that's being told, right? It makes you happy to be creative. People dance to express themselves. Interpretive dance, right? There's so many different ways that you can see the world through other people's expression, the art of expression. There's so many details that you can see in life, and colors that you didn't notice before. And the way, you know, you look at colors and you think about moods, purple and blue, and you look at that and you could say that I'm a little bit moody, I'm a little bit blue, but there's love within me, you know, and I'm trying to see the light. I'm connecting on my visualization. My intuition here is telling me, pay attention to the light. Pay attention to the light. Look at this. The horses are coming. I keep thinking of that song, the dog days are over. The horses are coming. Can you hear them? They're coming. The horses, the magic, the energy. Spirit's working with you because look, the waters are calm, but the horses are moving quickly. Look at this little one sitting there. This little one connecting to spirit, the large body of water. There's so much you can see in this picture. There's one wishing and dreaming and calling in the elements of there. That was me this morning. Me sitting there with my water, asking for the elements to carry my message. And look at them. Look how many came. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. You're on the right path and your outcome will exceed your expectations. That's what 7 means. Forward movement, magic, energy. Spirit is moving that across the emotional waters. My message is being told. It's being heard. It's being used on this giant conductor of emotional waters that goes out across this entire globe. We can affect change in so many people. These readings that I put out on YouTube, they go all over the world. These messages that come through me from Spirit, they aren't just my story. My story tells a story that affects many other people. And right now, Spirit's saying, your message is being carried across the planet. It's being carried across the waters. I know that my message is being carried across the water to my twin because he's not near me. And I don't have to do anything anymore. I'm just sitting here. I did what I was supposed to do, and now I'm going to let go, and I'm going to allow Spirit to carry it. And I trust that because I'm paying attention to my higher self. I'm acting. I'm doing. I'm speaking out, and I'm sharing this. My name is Sherri for a reason. I share. I'm not afraid of that mountain. I'm not afraid of climbing that mountain. It's in the background. I'm trusting in Spirit. I see the magic and the sparkles and the twinkles here that Spirit is using to move forward and carry my message out. And I know that this message that I'm sending out, that Spirit's giving me to send out in my way, this is how I express myself, and that's how I visualize. I know that it helped the person, my client this morning. She just sent me a message. I'm not going to tell you the details of it, but I will give you. She said, okay, I did it. What was it you said a few days ago about when you see rain or green? As I went out to burn the letter, it started to rain. Okay, see, she wanted to do something different. And I said, no, listen. So this is about listening to higher counsel. She didn't do what she wanted to do. She heard what I said and she did it. And that was confirmation. I'll tell her that as soon as I get off this call. Interesting. Another of my clients said, now that the year is ending and nothing happened like Spirit said, what do you think? What didn't mean Spirit was wrong. It meant it's maybe not here yet, or maybe you acted in a way that changed things. And people have free will. I never doubt Spirit. It may not play out the way I'm visualizing it to play out for me, but what I'm saying was meant to be said. It will help other people. It will play out in the way it's meant to play out. What was meant to happen will happen. It didn't turn out the way we were looking at it at that time. Maybe there are different version of events needed to take place. I trust in Spirit. So for you, maybe you've been doing things the same way over and over and hasn't worked. So you've had to try and do something different. And when you do something different, it changes things, because when you do it the same way, you get into a rut. The ruts cause stress, they cause frustration, they cause hard feelings. It's not working, it's not working, it's not working, but you're digging yourself deeper, 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 deeper. You know what? When you're not able to express yourself, you don't know how, you keep trying to do the same thing. Maybe if I give her the silent treatment, she'll come back to me, because she always has. No, you push me away so far, I won't come back to you. I won't. You need to express yourself to me. But you keep digging your heels in. You keep digging your heels in. But then the Father says, you need to bow down. And you will find that the second you bow down, all the doors open. Because you needed to do something different. You were digging a hole. It was getting deeper and deeper and deeper. You needed to switch. It doesn't matter what you do. You need to do something creative right now. Spirit says it will help you. I got to go answer these two right now. So now that the year is ending with nothing happened like Spirit said, what do you think? I think everything happened as it was meant to happen. And maybe we misunderstood the messages, or maybe somebody else made it a different choice, because we all have free will. That's what I think. I don't think that Spirit was wrong in the messages that we got. I never do. And sometimes it's not time yet. I thought I was going to be with my twin 2 years ago. I thought last year for sure. And I definitely thought by our anniversary, and it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. It doesn't mean that Spirit's lying and that it's not going to happen. It means that it's happening in divine timing. And that's what I believe. And that's the truth. All right, I'll let you guys go. Have a great day.